Each man needs his own style, one which suits him. And any wise man chooses one matching his abilities and concentrates on that.
Okay, we're here. We're partying. It's another day.
Hey,
Yo,
guys.
we haven't been here in a
Cannabis
minute.
is a hell of a plan.
Bro, we haven't been here in a minute, you know. Like, life. When we were just in university, or maybe we were just at work, we had way more time.
Of course.
Talking to the father
There's
of a
less.
3-year-old.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Both of
You
us.
and Kitson.
Both of us.
Oh, yeah,
All
guys,
of
this
us.
is Kitson.
Oh, yeah, guys, hey. This is Kitson. Kitson, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is David K.
Man's
People
name
that
is
knew me
Kitson.
before.
I became an international superstar.
People that know me in this country would know me as David Kitson. Is my last name. Bob. I've known Bob since we still had shit brief, so he will call me what he will. So that's how I go. But
That's his name.
hi.
Damn. This is a shit brief. It's been a minute.
It's been
Yeah.
a minute.
So, Doc, you just said something. I can't find time in the day. And I'm just me with my girlfriend. How you find time in the day at all to do anything?
The bathroom.
Wait, what?
Every man's in a sanctum. Like all of those memes I see of like on like TikTok and Instagram of wives. It's a wife and she's saying, thinking I'm gonna be the first thing when he gets home, and then you see him get home and he goes straight to the bathroom. Or where's my husband been for the last 40 minutes?
Bathroom.
The bathroom. Like we're not shitting for 40 minutes. Ladies, if you think we're shitting for 40 minutes, you are wrong.
About 20.
So yeah, and that's not like 20 straight for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no,
This is a
it comes.
leisurely.
It's a leisurely shit, all right?
Yeah.
And during that time, I can lock a door and it's just me.
Me and God.
That is my time.
Me, God on the throne.
That's it.
Amen.
So it's not that we're shitting. We're escaping. It's
That's so no
escapism
way.
at its finest. But that's what we're doing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Aren't you just vibing? Like just relaxing?
Yeah, but you're escaping because when you leave the realm, you enter the
Enter
world.
the realm.
Yeah, you enter the side of the Shadow Lords, dog. Like you never know what's gonna happen.
Are you like Rick?
Yeah.
Like you're shy poopo? Like
No, fuck no. When that shit coming, why are you going to stand in it way?
Right?
I'm not the one.
I don't know how people do that. I can't poop in public. Bro, God, if it coming, how you stopping it? Like, honest
Like,
to
do you
God.
have like extra sphincters? Like just holding that shit back way up here? You fucking crab back?
It forwarding it? I've told the Folcom story already. If it forwarded, it forwarded.
Yeah, like if you have a shit, like you just.
Let shit be free.
That's one of those. It's one of those like, but like you can hold your pee.
You know
You
what no one
can't
talks
hold
about?
that shit.
Well, that's not true.
No,
You know what not enough people talk about?
when that hot fart come out, you know it's over.
Dog, hold on. This encompasses
The wet one.
Nah, this encompasses all of that.
When you have to go wait.
You have a warning system down there, you know. You have a warning system down there because a regular fart does not feel like fart does not feel like a danger.
Yeah, no.
And even at the danger, there's degrees of danger. It will warn you. There's a. Why do we have that there?
So you don't grease your brief.
But like evolutionarily,
Just on the man.
how
Did I
is
stutter?
greasing your brief beneficial? Like, wouldn't
You
it
know
get
shit where you eat is cleaner. Probably that I don't know. I wasn't there when we went from apes to upright. Nigga, I don't know.
This is your genre, bro.
It's
You're
a
supposed to know all
process.
of this.
It is my genre, but I am not Australopithecus, mate. I can't tell you what's going in.
But it is
What's
an
born in?
it's an evolutionary thing for sure. The onset of industrialization and becoming civilized and all that good shit. You can't just be shitting where
Could
we
be a
eat.
recent evolution. There you go.
Perhaps sphincters.
extra ones. Like the evolutionary pressure is being shunned from society for shitting yourself in public.
So that means that back in the caveman days, they were just walking, they were just falling out. They're like cows and horses.
That's
Well,
the
yeah,
thing. I
they're
don't
like-
know. No, because like apes go somewhere and take a stoop down and take a shit, or they just drop it out the trees
All
if they're
right,
up in
watch
the
us
tree.
tell you. You read Animal Farm, right?
Gravity.
Yes.
So you remember that scene where they discovered that our shit actually fertilized the land.
Yeah.
And they
They still did that.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Communist Manifesto, yeah.
you see me? Humans we
1994. if you are a capitalist person, if you are extremely right wing, you would view that as being akin to communism.
Bill, connect that for me.
The farm animals working together for a common goal, sharing everything.
Got it.
Then you have the proletariat
Got it.
who are more equal than them.
Got it.
I'm trying to remember how it is that Archer described it. A Marxist novella. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Egg fucking exactly.
Oh man.
That should be the next evolution I execute.
I think that's the name of this episode.
Egg fucking exactly.
There you go.
What, Marxist novella?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Evolutionary sphinx.
Back to sphincters.
Came full circle on that one.
Literally, God, that's what a sphincter is.
I don't think I've ever heard that word this much.
Sphincter?
Yeah.
You know when you hear a word so much it stops sounding like a real word? Real word. Whoa.
No.
You've never know?
I
If you
can't.
keep like repeating the same word over and over in succession, like it just stop feeling real, like your tongue start fumbling and your brain's having that trouble putting it together.
Like, why does this word sound like this?
Yes, like you start thinking too fucking hard about it.
Sphincter.
Yeah.
Sphincter.
What a word. That's the word of the day. No. Two.
So Bob, what's been going on? What's been going on in the world? What's been pissing you off recently?
Life.
Other than that, Bob, come on, be more specific.
Because we can't simply just be talking about sphincters for the entire
Yeah, for the rest of the podcast.
Being
Like,
a-
this is not why you brought me here.
you don't know that.
Maybe it is why you brought me here.
That's not why we brought you here.
Thank you very much.
That says him, not me. But anyway, what's been pissing me off in the world?
Is this like that's like a thing that you...
Yeah.
It's not that. All right, there are many things obviously because human existence is pain, but we're the only animals who pay to live on the planet. Cool, boom. But yeah, Russia called a draft because too many niggas been dying in the Ukraine. They're also holding referendums in the areas of the Ukraine that they hold, so the people can vote to be Russia. Yeah, that's what
Italy has regressed.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah.
there. No, we spoke about the right wing last night.
I spent a good portion of my day like just going through the
So,
right part of the political spectrum, learning about them.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's an Archer episode about that. It's my favorite Archer episode, Lo Scandalo. But go on, sorry.
yes. So there were queues of people lining up to leave the country
Cues.
within hours of lines. Sorry,
I know.
British.
I know.
Queues. But in it, but lines of people lining up to leave the fucking country to escape the draft, and
Appropriately so.
yeah, and then like they changed the rules. Like these are the certain accepted classes of workers that won't be drafted. Niggas were still trying to run away, and then there came images of soldiers grabbing niggas and dragging them back, and I go, "Bomba clot!" Man said, "Daddy, come
Yo, I
going at
shouldn't
the
laugh
bomba
at this.
clot house."
I shouldn't laugh at this.
No, you shouldn't, but it's on a really morbid
like-
level. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That is funny, bro.
No.
Come on.
I just, it's a picture in it, but I'm just imagining the bomba clot. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, bro. I feel like...
I just grab that and say, "Come here, boy. Where you go?" No,
You know, one gun, all this.
no, yeah. Man say, and then the pictures of the weapons they were getting came out, and that's some rusty AK when them dig out on the Sizzler Falco, brother. Dog, the man them, you cannot send me if you go fight war with that machine. No fucking way, man. Yeah, allegedly. I don't know if it was ever proven, but allegedly.
But
Your cultural callbacks are the best.
the part of that really confuses me is, do you really want somebody on your front lines that has no interest in being there? That seems counterproductive.
Depends on your use of the front line.
And depends on your goal. Yeah, if you just want to soak up a couple gunshots.
You just need bodies there.
Yeah.
If
And
you
so they
need-
must
if
run
you
out of
need
ammo
to hold-
eventually.
That
America
is
sends
incredibly
another $20 billion aid package.
That is incredibly morbid. That's a tactical war. It's called holding the line. Where you literally just, if you have, believe them call it a low skill unit, them will just literally pour people in to hold the line. Think of trench warfare.
Yeah.
That was horrific. Where them would just figure, all right, cool, halfway I got dead today, but we're gonna just run, and some gunshot must miss some way.
You know what they used
And
to
that's
call
how
the
they
shotgun?
advanced and took ground.
You know what they used to call a shotgun? A trench broom.
Yeah.
That was the name for the shotgun when it came out in World War One.
That shit spreads. You point that in the trench. Boom. Oh, it's a clean over there.
that.
Clean over there.
One day you got a problem over here, you put it over here, no more problem.
Yep.
The visual on that. That's
Trench
what-
broom, dog.
Oh man, that reminds me of this Cartel lyric where he says, whichever place
that's
have a
also?
yeah, it reminds me of a Cartel lyric where him say, whichever place have a shotgun to make bulletproof ton good mesh marina.
Mm-hmm.
That's the visual that I'm getting from that.
Michi Darkoff, a lyric might so much gunshot lick you when the wind blow your whistle.
Yeah, when the wind blows your whistle.
Similar effect, bro. God,
Like
man.
when SpongeBob became a statue. That's
dog.
my cultural input on this.
Similar. Listen, the invention of
When he made the
few,
statue of SpongeBob and it played the tune that suited the jellyfish.
dog,
If that
Some-
doesn't unlock a memory, then
somebody
watch SpongeBob.
some brilliant soul on Twitter the other day
I've
made
been
a,
suspended for months.
made a comment. That's crazy.
Something I didn't do.
Made a comment
Twitter free me.
about bow and arrows, and I was like, how mad must a nigga have been to be like, yo, I want to poke this nigga with a stick, but he way over there. Is that not the basis of most weaponry inventions?
So how far can I hit you from?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
basically.
Isn't that the base?
I mean, the further away I am, the less chance you can hit me.
Stone, stick, bow and arrow, trebuchets, gunshot, missiles. Is that not the basis of all our weaponry? How far away from the actual conflict
And
can I
if
be?
you're a follower of Muta Baruka, it's also about penises.
Yeah. That's why all the missiles them shaped like wood.
Yeah.
That's
It's,
one
it's,
big
it's just a
penis.
dick
Yeah.
measuring contest.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Much like the space race.
yeah.
fuck aerodynamics.
Yeah.
You know, as you said, the space race. You've heard the joke about how America spent a bag of money to create a pen that could write in 0G instead of
Which
using a
wasn't
pencil.
true.
That's one of the baddest spins on it I've ever heard. 'Cause that's not true. And I mean, it is true in terms of that they spent a lot of money to create a pen that could write in 0G instead of using a pencil. There's a very logical reason for not using a pencil. Graphite rubs off. In 0G, that's going to clog in things and it'll conduct. That's a problem.
Electrical fires in an oxygen-rich environment.
You're going to die. So you needed a pen. That was a really good spin on it, though, Russia. That was really good.
The Soviets.
Russia's very
Propaganda
good.
machine.
They're good at that.
Yeah.
America is also good at propaganda.
No, but the Americans have been propagandized into not believing that. They don't
Yeah.
think their government does propaganda.
Yeah.
That's why they're even better at it.
Man, that's why them so fooling as a country in a dog.
American
It's easy
imperialism.
to control stupid people. You know?
Isn't that the point of keeping them stupid?
Exactly, stupid and poor.
I mean, we do the same thing in Jamaica.
And we powerful people do that everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a tactic that works. Sorry, we got a little morbid.
I mean, so yeah, for real though.
Make the Hutus hate the Tutsis. Like,
Yeah, we talk about the things that piss Bob off, but you know, love and positivity is the key and the way.
Both these niggas is chefs, by the way. And I know it's art.
David is a former chef.
I describe myself as a glorified home cook.
He's a reformed chef.
I thought you were gonna say culinary artist or something along
I
those lines.
am a glorified home cook, a former professional chef. Nowadays, I am more known for
Living his life to the fullest.
living my life.
Professionally.
You know, it kind of. Are we allowed to curse on shit like this?
Have I not been cursed?
Curse
Oh,
and
I don't know.
shit like
I
this.
don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's British television.
Yeah, because you already tell me the things I can't talk about. I don't know. Oh,
We have
okay,
things
fine.
we can't talk about. Oh no, the one thing you asked Bob to not talk about. Okay.
Oh yeah, whatever that was.
Don't do it.
Oh yeah, the thing that kind of fuck up is people see me on social media, Instagram specifically, and as Bob was telling me earlier, all he sees is me partying. And I've been trying to shake that perception for a while.
By posting more videos of him partying.
So you're a party chef.
No, again, I don't.
He's reformed.
I reform.
You're a reformed party chef.
He's no longer a chef. He's a reformed chef.
Yes. Reformed is a good word. More on that later.
I didn't know chef was a
Yes.
thing you need to be
It's a-
reformed
yes.
from.
Yes, it is.
It's a
Mike Bob.
It's a thing of it's one of them passion jobs. Like as soon as you stop loving it, stop doing it. Right, it not gonna get better.
And the thing about being a chef is that unless it is your entire life, like you have no hobbies, no healthy relationships, like
Literally, you spend all your life in the kitchen.
and you need to be about that life. Otherwise,
Production.
No.
Otherwise, you'll simply not advance.
Yeah.
And that shit kind of sucks.
David was doing big plate, small food cooking, right?
The type of cooking you hate.
All right. See, I don't have enough to say. My reputation precedes me.
Which is interesting because, you
Did
know...
did you pass that class?
Yeah, but I got
Okay.
marked down. Why so much food on the plate? I come forget the belly full, mama.
Dog, the box can't lock. What are you doing?
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. You're supposed to say thanks when someone does you this gratitude.
When I get a box food that feels kind of light, I feel cheated. I get a box food where like I have to hold it close on the way back to the office. I feel good.
I bought lunch from my stepmother the other day, right? Pasta from South Avenue Grill.
Oh God.
Almost,
I saw the photos of that.
That's a
almost
hefty
$4
serving.
grand, right?
About
But I don't
£4
feel away.
Got about 4
Cause you have to
It felt
use
worth
2
it.
hands to lift up the box, my
Heavy
G.
dog.
If you use one hand, the next side of the box, I
It
go
got
give way
leak
under
out.
the weight of the pasta in there. Now. It's not like it's just pasta like Fat Boy sandwiches, you know.
Oh, there's so much meat.
It's literally,
There's a healthy serving of food.
dog, it's,
Bro,
You
I
can-
saw,
you
I
can
saw a
eat 3
photo of
times
that
out of
shit. It kind of looks gross, bro.
yeah, dog, it's fantastic. Yeah, their sauce breaks a lot, but it tastes really good.
I saw it and I'm
Whoa,
sure...
Lemon. What do you mean the sauce breaks a lot?
The fat and the oil separated,
Right.
basically.
And you can see it. It kind of looks like it has a grainy texture, blah blah blah. Because Jamaica,
You throw it in the pot and make it cook down.
and not even that, dog. Just boil the fuck out of the poor little cream and
Yeah.
Mm.
Kitchen because it have to cook down.
You see, I'm trying.
Kids-
I'm trying
kids-
my best.
Cream is a finishing
I'm
ingredient.
trying my best.
You
to
turn off the
not-
fire, then you put in the cream.
I'm seeing that this is bothering you, so I'm gonna pile on this.
It's not that it's
My father
It's not that it's fucking pissing me off.
chicken before him grill it on the barbecue.
Yeah, Cam don't want blood in the joints. Nah, he's a special man. Hamtara, big up yourself. He is a special man.
Yeah, pops. I wonder why.
Man, boil chicken and then grill it.
Yeah,
But then again, Chinese man stop at the boiling.
I mean, white people.
That's crazy.
yeah, but
to
they
me.
boil it in things
Seasoned
like-
water.
No, man, that shit slap though.
No, I don't like Chinese boiled chicken. What's good on Chinese boiled chicken is all the other shit they give you, the actual seasoning.
Yeah.
The ginger scallion, the chili. Yeah. That's fire.
Yeah.
Why you never fucking put it on the chicken? No, God, no.
I don't know.
Why the fuck you never just put that chicken?
Why you
Okay,
mad at
everybody in the
us?
house don't eat that. So cut up the bumper blood clot chicken. Like, how hard is that? No, dog. Chinese boiled chicken piss me the fuck off, man.
Yo,
I can tell.
I will not slander Asians and their culinary traditions because
either.
I
they-
slander white people, though.
Most of food slaps.
Yeah.
they have figured that shit out to an
20.
exceptional degree.
Yeah, most of food slaps. I ain't gonna
Especially
fight you.
Indian.
I ain't gonna fight you.
Yeah.
Dog, if you bring Indian cuisine in,
I recently have started appreciating Indian cuisine.
about 13 spice going on one dish, you know, brother.
Uh-huh.
And everyone have a different thing it doing on the dish. And
Yep.
them and they figure that shit out, you know,
Yep.
dog.
Scientifically, I read an article. Some years ago.
Chef
that's-
life,
Yeah.
reading food articles.
Yeah. That's scientifically speaking, they have the best food in the entire world because they figured that fucking shit out. They're like chemists with those spices. They
Yeah.
know what every single
And everything
spice,
make fresh.
bro.
It's cray.
Bro.
I could never and would never want to learn to do it.
Big them up still.
Yeah, I don't have enough space in my brain for that. Like my hard drive running out
Because
It tastes immaculate. I just wish it wasn't so soupy.
until I can upload myself to the cloud.
as a Jamaican that has recently, and I'm holding on to that, recently moved to Canada.
Because he's from the boat.
Yes. Fresh off the boat is a brand. I've lived in Canada almost 6 years now.
He's a green banana.
A very green banana. And
Why?
as a Jamaican living in Canada, first of all, one of the things that they don't tell you about migrating from Jamaica, I think it was it Mr. Legitimate that tweeted about it, is saying that one of the things that they don't tell you is how much you're going to miss a good proper box food.
Yep.
Bro, it's real.
Yeah.
And
I've been saying this for years. Hopefully somebody listens to the podcast and does this. 24-hour box food place. You'd a rich.
Big Taste keep getting locked down, that's the issue.
You'd a rich.
Big
dog.
taste luck again.
They don't have the name anymore. It's been like that many times.
Bro,
It's just a restaurant that might be open when you pass
A
it.
24-hour box food place, you know.
There was two big tastes, right?
There was
One
a
on-
little taste. There were two big tastes. One on
There was-
Hagley Park.
No,
and one on Red Hills
There's
Road.
one on Red Hills Road.
Yeah,
and then
there was one on-
at,
there was one on Hagley
at the
Park.
corner. of
There was
Don
one on
Robin.
Hagley Park.
Yeah. That's the
Really?
big taste I used to go and buy food from.
I just know the Red Hills
Oh
Road.
man, there was one at the
There was
corner
also
of
a little taste.
Yeah.
Don Robin Rogard.
I'm gonna know that one.
Yeah, there was one right at the corner, right across from the
Yeah,
gas
it's big
station.
cases.
There's a
It's a
Chinese
chain.
restaurant over there that people go to a lot. They
I
used
know.
to sell box food. Yeah, but there's a Chinese food restaurant
Yo,
there.
chefs, I have a question. How come Chinese people don't have to advertise their food? How come they just build that shit on people?
Because you know it slaps.
How no, is
Chinese
is a
food in
reputation
Jamaica is
thing?
fantastic. Chinese food in Canada, I assume, is good because they have a lot of real Chinese people
Yes,
there.
they
Chinese
might
food in
just-
America is trash.
Oh yeah, why don't just build that shit on people forward? Unless it's all you can eat.
There's two
I'm a fan of
reasons
those
for that.
places.
It's not
and
because it's good, it's because it's a lot.
It's the amount.
Yeah.
There's two reasons for that, and there's a misconception about Chinese food, a foreign.
That not tasting good?
Yeah.
Tell me it doesn't though.
Hold on. Now. Hold on. There's because things that I've learned. Reasons why they don't need to advertise. One, we all know it slaps.
Facts.
Two, Chinese people support their own. You think,
Everywhere.
You think they need us?
Everywhere.
Do you
Everywhere.
really think they need us?
Yeah, they
They
don't.
don't need us.
They don't.
We are just there to.
They're letting us in on the game.
They are letting us in,
Respect.
bro. If you ever go like, every big city has a Chinatown,
Dog, you got them somehow. Like most of the places, not people of my complexion.
bro.
I always
You
say
go
though,
Chinatown.
if you have to go to the Chinese restaurant that the Chinese people go to.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah.
But you got Chinatown, any Chinatown, whether New York, Toronto, wherever. You got Chinatown.
Toronto.
You ask them for help. No English. Fucker, they lie. They lie. They
Because as you
had
turn around, this nigga.
facts, bro. You have to pass an English test to emigrate
into
to Canada.
Canada? Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew that. Jeff told me about that yesterday. And it's like a test test.
Bro,
Jeff was telling me about the cost of actually migrating.
it's really expensive.
Yo.
It's actually really expensive. There are
If you want to flee the plantation, you do what you have to do, my G.
Facts.
You have to pay Harriet.
there are things that people do. What I did, I went to school.
That's the easiest way.
That's-
apparently.
it's
That
the
seems to be everybody.
It's not cheap, but it's the easiest, especially if you can find a course in something that you're actually already adept at. I took a culinary course, so I was kind of just breezing through. Just like you said, remember you saying
take a
like
visual
when you go
editing
university and you have all of this free. Bro, I was going to school full time. I had a full time job. I had a part time job, and I still had energy to be drunk all the time.
Jamaicans.
Damn.
That's why they don't
The
like us where we're
youth,
going.
you know,
now.
man.
We'll go and take the fucking jobs,
All
take
of
the
them.
woman and drink the liquor. And have a better time than them in their own
Facts.
fucking country. And they get mad.
But on the topic of foreign
Every
Chinese
country
food,
will go. Yo, Jamaicans are the best people.
Listen. I personally believe that from a population size standpoint, pound for pound, the most influential country in the world.
Oh,
From
yeah.
a cultural
Oh, yeah.
standpoint.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
From a cultural standpoint.
we have an incredibly outsized amount of influence on global arts, music, culture, food,
For our size.
everything for our size. It
Because
is,
we're the best people.
it is
Sorry, other people's.
unfair.
We are
It
the
is really on sports.
best. Sports!
Like you think of anything. Now, big up Jamaica. If I had a choice to be born 10 times out of 10, Jamaican.
Maybe 8.
I just wish we had better visas.
I just wish we had better visas, and maybe the next time I would be like a Chinese Jamaican.
I told Kitson that you won't boss me on the visa. But Kitson said, "What I boss me?"
Sir, sir, this is 2022. You got to
Oh
be
no,
better.
no. Come on. We've had this conversation too much times on the pod. There's many a difference between what is it?
Oh Lord.
A word we're not supposed to say anymore.
Oh Lord. Wait, what?
And another word I was
We're not supposed to say anymore. You see me? There are many a difference between all
Three levels.
I'm gonna have to beep those.
Have nothing to do with the sexual orientation. Sometimes a man just move like right? Like a taxi man. Those are perfect examples of
You don't have to go back to Canada, right? Sir, I do not endorse any of that.
man live in the New Kingston gully them and carry acid in them purse. Right? just happens to be a man who is sexually attracted to the same sex as himself.
And there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that. I have a problem with. I don't necessarily have a problem with. I understand a lot of them are forced out of their homes due to the orientation. So I understand that it is the vicious ones that I have an issue with. But yes, so 3 levels.
I can hear how horrified kids
I'm sorry. Listen, a taxi man to prove how much of a there. Once threatened.
Stop giving me work.
Once threatened for Martin, father, him brother, him uncle, every man in him family. Just so Martin that give my blind at the line.
Oh, got the weirdest thing ever happened to me in my
Right?
life,
So,
mate. That's
3 levels.
Ja.
That man is a sorry. They say I must stop saying it.
Let me make it clear that I do not endorse anything that this gentleman, that this young man has just said.
Listen. I was a little sad
Bobby,
earlier. All
Bobby,
the sadness just
Bobby,
went
I love
away.
you to death, but we're going to have to work on those things.
Yeah,
There is, we are not going to place on a sliding scale of least to most offensive.
Why
to
would I with
your
everybody else?
sensibilities.
We'll do it with everybody else. If you want to be equal, you're going to be equal, my G.
Why would it with everybody else?
Listen, okay.
If we're being fair.
If we're being fair, everybody else gets it. Why you
Okay,
can't get it?
But let's not.
Like about the people I was talking about earlier.
Which people were.
All right.
Right. We are. not
Everybody going to have
to-
to get it.
I was a little sad earlier. I laughed at that right away a while ago.
There can't be a you can't want to be equal and want
Preferential.
preferential treatment.
I was going to say, hey, you know what? At the end of this, I'll have some content to share with my friends.
I just got so much work to mute out of so many things.
He might not be going back to Canada.
Oh my god.
Says this you on this video? No, sir, that is not me.
It's just beep.
Again.
Beep, beep, beep.
Again.
Beep, beep, beep,
I
beep.
just want to make it very clear that I do not endorse the views of
Look at what
this
you've done to
gentleman.
kids.
Bro,
Look
I
at what
haven't
you've
done
done to
kids
kids.
to him.
Like,
Look at what you've done.
Yes, dude.
Look at what you've done. You just put so
done
much
this.
fear in this man's soul.
I haven't done a thing to him.
And then giving me so much more work to go do.
oh my
PC
God.
culture is doing all of that.
It is not about
Not you, for him.
political correctness.
Oh, having to do the work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want a white man to call you a nigger, right?
Depends.
Is it sexual?
I'm joking.
Are you a virgin listener? I am going to wash my hands of you, Bobby. But
Yeah, remember
Again-
when we were getting chicken wings? And like the guy didn't actually say boy, but I'm telling you,
you felt it.
He heard it in the tone.
Yeah.
his tone had boy written in that shit.
It's a thing, right?
Yeah.
All the dog did was ask him the time, you know.
No, he didn't.
No, what him did ask him? Where's the line or something
Where's
like
the
that?
bathroom or something?
Where's the bathroom? I said, hey, where's the bathroom? I said, did he say boy? Martin pointed him seat and then turned around to me and said, did he say boy? I heard boy.
I didn't say that. You looked at me and went, he didn't actually say boy, you know, and I went, I
Yes,
heard it.
the look on your face was saying, did he
Fucking
say
worker.
boy?
Worker.
Again, if I just like you
Kitson,
said,
stop covering your fucking
all
Kitson
things-
does not agree with the things I say and that's good for him.
all,
You guys
I'm past
that
that.
we
But
can
like,
just clip
just
it
like you
out.
said, all things being, if you want to be equal,
You're going to be equal.
yeah. If you don't want a white man calling you a nigger,
But they do.
I can call him a cracker.
are we?
Me personally, I'm not hurt by the words. It's the systemic part of the racism that bothers me.
I don't want any of my. Okay, you see,
The words can't hurt me if I don't let them hurt me.
In Jamaica, we're a little bit loose
Yeah.
with that
A
because
little bit? It doesn't exist.
It's a, dog, you're
exactly because Jamaicans don't really have a frame of reference for that sort of thing,
Yeah, it
right?
doesn't exist.
But in Canada now, I don't want any of my non-black friends.
Civilized folk.
You call. I'm not going to agree to call all of my friends civilized, but I love you all,
equal.
but not equally. But I love you all.
Honesty is important, guys.
They know them. They know themselves. But
more you know.
I don't want any of my non-black friends using the N-word around me. And to that end, I don't use it around them because I don't want them to start feeling comfortable with it.
As a Jamaican in
think I'd do
Jamaica,
that,
I
you know.
disagree.
I don't think I'd do that. In terms of course, I
Again.
wouldn't want a white dude to say it around me. But I don't think I would stop me. Not don't think. I wouldn't stop myself from saying it.
I'm not telling you
No,
what
I'm just
to do. I'm
telling
just
you what I'm
saying this
thinking.
is the way that I deal with certain things because and once you're actually in a certain environment, you'll start to look at things a little bit differently.
What's the vibe? What's the not the vibe? What's the reasoning for like how
First
how
of all,
does it work like that?
I
Educate me.
I live in Toronto.
Toronto.
I still call it Toronto because I need them to know that I'm not one of them. Anyways, I live in Toronto where I live specifically, I am one of a few black people. You know what I mean? So
Damn.
yeah, I'm definitely the minority, and as such, at least once every 2 weeks, someone is asking me how I feel about using the N-word, and I hate answering that question.
Gotta get a
I
number.
hate being asked that question because y'all are grown people. You should know better. And I answer and I give them the same answer every time. How often do you hear me saying it?
Lead by example kind of vibe. I got you.
Right.
How
Because it's
was-
really fucking annoying. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Nigga, let me tell you, I love using that word. And when I'm around my niggas, I use that word very liberally.
Yeah.
Fully well knowing that once I'm
Go around my crackers.
outside, no. Yes.
Thank you. I was waiting.
Yes.
Around my niggas, I can say nigga, but around my crackers,
I'm not gonna say nigga.
don't say nigga.
You know what I mean? It's just, it helps me.
It's mutual, friendship and exchange, trust building.
I respect people and I demand the same level of respect in return, which is why I don't be using slurs so
So slur if you make it
liberally.
hurt you.
No.
It's absolutely funny watching Bob just make Kitson get more and more uncomfortable as he was explaining that. Right?
Let's put it this way. Until you left Jamaica, was it a problem?
I didn't use the B
Was it a
word.
problem?
Was the problem? Yes, because I've always, Bob, you've known me to be a forward-thinking person. Like, first of all, I am not perfect. I was not perfect. I have grown as a person.
I got a question. Sorry, not to cut you.
Yeah, good man.
You know, like how?
Something you said before you cut someone, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think I answered my own question. So go
Alright.
ahead. I got it. Go on.
Well, yeah.
So yes, you were not an Arnott, but you have grown.
Yeah,
You are no longer a
I'm
Caterpie.
I'm sure that we have had conversations where I've
metaphor.
called somebody. What?
That's a really big fish.
Yes, that is a really big fish. Yes.
Gyarados, that is.
I got it. That is,
So-
that is the evolved form of a fish. That is.
So,
Yes.
but what? All right. So what I'm trying to get at is, could it be more said that it is your socialization that has led to this understanding of the word?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So
And I believe that everybody needs to leave wherever they are.
and go see other things.
Because
which
Don't
is
stick
true.
to one part of the
yeah, many people, and this is not exclusive to Jamaicans. There are many people in Canada, in Toronto, that have never left Toronto.
Yeah, those born and dead at the same part of the rock.
You
Go
see
see
me?
it.
You can't go through your whole life as a flour dumpling and then as a Johnny cake. That's what have you done? You haven't experienced nothing. And
Metaphor.
You're just no Fred.
you see me, dog?
Life will
Right.
do that too.
And you can tell the people that have never left wherever they're from. You can tell how them stay in
Scope-
Jamaica. You
scope
can
of
tell
thought.
how them exactly. And small island mentality, small town mentality, the exact same things. Like
Small talent. I never
Yeah,
put
bro.
those together.
I mean, we're on an island. We're just, it's us.
And
then
we're back to the Making Kids Uncomfortable show.
Kitson is allegedly a Rasta man now. He said 2 years since he meet the buff.
The what?
Wait, hold on. That's not where I thought we were going.
We were not talking about
That's
that.
not what he said. It's been 2 years since he ate meat, but the buff.
So when you said meat, do you include fish?
I eat fish.
I've always wondered how come
So
we
you're a
don't include...
pescatarian?
How come?
Pescatarian.
How come we don't? Alright, I have two. Is a two-layered question. Something I've always wondered. One,
Why we don't consider fish meat?
two. How come it's like meat, poultry, fish?
Because we classify meat as anything that's not the other two. Because the other two are the most consumed. Except for like pork. Pork is actually highly consumed in most parts of the world.
Goat is the most consumed.
Wait, hold on. Is that the legit, like the reason?
No.
No.
Okay.
Because
Yes, but no.
they're
What's
just
the
different. I don't know what to
They're
tell
different.
you.
Well, how
Like
so?
red meat. All right. So everything in meat is red meat. Right?
Isn't meat?
Pig was
alright,
red meat.
What's the definition of meat?
Animal carcass.
The flesh of an animal.
Yeah.
Is that fish not an
Four-legged
animal, a bird
animals.
not? Oh, okay.
No, but then you take out birds. Well, yeah, 'cause birds that fall under poultry. There you go.
So meat
So
is
4
the
leg,
flesh
2
of-
leg, no leg.
So meat is the flesh of. Okay, so it's the number. All right, cool. Vibes. I'm there now.
There you go. 4
I
leg, 2 leg, no
I
leg.
needed a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like
Red
fish,
meat.
also like the construction of the meat and all of them, all three of them is
Yeah.
different. Meat generally is the same thing through and through. In terms of the different animals, you generally get the same shit from them.
Yeah, why
But-
people eat that shit raw? I mean, you eat chicken raw, you dead.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like
Why
that.
is that?
Salmonella
Salmon.
doesn't grow in meat, it grows in
Salmon,
poultry.
Fitzgerald.
So the birds, all birds have similar meat. Like how the muscles are built and how they fall apart.
Most of them.
They don't be tasting the same.
Duck.
Like duck is like
Duck.
meat.
I hate.
duck
I
is
hate
more
a
like.
mud duck.
But
You hate the word duck?
No, I hate a mud duck. So, a mud duck versus a deep, like a duck that dives in the sea. Meat tastes completely different. A mud duck tastes muddy. And
freshwater. You also don't like freshwater fish.
I'm not a fan of freshwater.
There you go.
fish.
You just don't like anything freshwater.
Not the biggest fan.
There you go.
Wait. Which of the ducks do you prefer? You
A sea duck.
sea duck.
Yeah.
Side duck.
Honestly, fuck ducks.
Duck meat is really nice though.
I know so many weird duck facts.
I know, right? Man,
Oh my God.
Everybody's mind went to the penis, by the way.
Yeah. When he said fuck ducks, I went, yo, they be doing that. They be doing that,
They
bro.
be raping each other with them corkscrew
Bro.
penises.
Yeah, necrophilic too. But then
Bro, ducks are
birds as a classification.
And that is why we eat them.
Bird
Martin
yeah.
doesn't like any bird.
None. Zero. Not a
Like
fan
as
of
an
them
animal.
birds.
yeah, man.
Not a fan of
Ducks
them
are like
birds.
the Jeffrey Dahmer of the
Yeah,
animal kingdom.
legitimately.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like, well, it's already warm.
them and turkeys. They did an experiment. Why waste a warm meal?
That's exactly what the man them said, dog. It's like, well, oh crap, I killed her. It's already warm.
They did an experiment with turkeys to see like how bad a female would have to get before the male stopped trying to have sex with her. And they like slowly took off pieces off of like I don't know if it was it was a fake turkey but with a real turkey female head on it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that was gonna get real
Yo, it
dark.
got dark
real quick.
No. Fake turkey but real
Once it
turkey.
started
Real
taking off, and both kids and I went, dog.
real female turkey head on it. And it got down to the point that they still tried to mate with it when it was just a stick with the head. So like they're not
Turkeys ain't the smartest in the world.
They're not very smart, and horn is
there
a
are reasons,
powerful force.
bro. There's some reasons we eat some animals and not others, right?
A comedian said once that the only reason we eat horses, we eat cows more than horses, is that when the hunters came up, the horse went moo, and the cow went moo, and the horse kicked one and ran away.
Yeah,
That's the only reason, and it's true.
Yeah.
Things that you can easily cultivate,
you domesticate them.
we ate them, and it worked. Except for the dodo bird, that one we did a little too much.
And that's my theory on endangered species.
That we
ate
ate
them?
them,
No.
killed them off.
They were too easy to eat. I mean,
Oh,
No.
they tasted fuego.
No.
which one?
Cows will never go extinct.
Oh no,
'Cause we need them.
We need them bitches.
I said we don't need those.
No.
that
If
which
we
was
really
extinct, we
wanted
didn't
to
need.
preserve them,
We would.
we'd rear them for their meat.
That's what suicide do with people. Soylent Green is people.
Sorry, Peter. Not really.
The something
Soylent
there.
Green is people.
It is.
So I like greatest people.
It is. But the right whale. And when I found this out, I can never forget this fact. I will die with it. It might go on my headstone. The The right whale was called the right whale because when they killed it, it floated. So it was the right whale to hunt. Like
That's a good one.
that's fantastic naming, you know.
Yeah, people do that. Like people knock those out of the park every now and again. My favorite thing that people name or naming conventions is the names of groups of animals.
Like what?
An embarrassment of panda.
Oh yes,
A
fantastic.
murder of crows.
Yeah. A
That's
collective noun.
That's
What's the
great.
one for flamingos again?
Let's Google this.
Oh God, a flamboyance.
Is it?
A flamboyance
Yes,
of flamingos.
it
That
actually
fits.
is.
that fits.
fits.
Exactly.
That fits.
Just look at that. That flamboyance.
That fits. Wow.
Flamboyance of the flamingos.
An embarrassment of what do you call a group of people?
A crowd.
An infestation.
Fair.
That was Mr. Popo. That's not real.
Fair. Mr. Popo, blackface that you just kind of went along with.
Okay, he's supposed to be a genie. He's supposed to be a jinn.
Definitely racist Japanese people.
Isn't
Bro,
that
they kind of
jinx?
invented
Right.
fascism.
Fair.
I was reading that today.
Fair.
So
The police state.
Full circle. In the first half of this podcast, you had mentioned that Italy decided to swing far right again. So that, and I've noticed the world in general is slowly shifting that way.
Not slowly.
So I
It's picked up steam.
facts. So I started reading about, because I know a lot more about the left and I do the right. So started reading through. How did none
That's the question.
If you have no empathy, it's easy to be hard right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The more empathetic you are as a person, the further left you will likely lean.
100%. And the thing about it is humans aren't an empathetic species to
No.
begin with.
It's socialized into
Yeah.
us. Look at how chimps operate. They're the closest ones to us in the evolutionary chain.
mean.
Did you say shrimp?
Chimps.
Chimps.
Chimpanzees. They're mean. Chimpanzees
They beat the
Chimp-
fuck out of each other.
No,
They
they
eat
don't-
other chimps.
No, they don't beat each other. It's the thing about how they go about. They mutilate. They take what you value the most. So they go balls, eyes, tongue. For example, has recently happened. A woman was at a zoo and she fed one chimp and not the others. The others got real mad. Grabbed the chimp that got the food and the first thing to go was his balls.
Why is that one?
Bro, man, that's what them do, dog. They're evil little things.
Yeah,
Like, I saw
so-
another. Why did you start me this? I
That's
saw
pure
another video.
id.
Bro, I saw another video. This like it's a baby chimp, chilling in front of this dude, and the dude's like, "Ben, like, hi, trying to be all nice, And the chimp just jumps on his lap, grabs a lock of his hair, and jumps over his shoulder and tears his whole scalp off. They have adult strength from the start, and it only gets worse.
Look at Shamar.
Yeah,
Wait, who?
my brother.
My brother.
You ever seen a chimp with mange? Twins.
I call him man bear pig. Like, what was the name of the bad guy in Planet of the Apes?
Oh, it was
Caesar.
No, Caesar's a good guy. Damn, he'll come back to me in a second.
But that bad guy, that's exactly what Shamar looked like.
The cunty chimp.
He lit like,
Honestly, the part that had me
Big up,
die
Shamar.
was the word mange. It's one of my favorite words. Like, you really think about that word for a minute. Yes, the word mange actually comes from a disease called mange.
Yes.
All your hair will drop off.
it's like,
Ever seen
actually,
listen, if you've never seen a chimp with mange, just Google animals with mange. Go chimp and bear first. Have fun.
let me tell you something. There is, oh God, my train of thought derailed.
Crashed. I heard it.
Just for what are those smoke clouds
You want me
over the
just keep- you
hill?
want me just keep spitting animal facts.
What were we saying? No, I really need to remember this. What were we just saying?
Chimps, cunty,
Mange.
id,
Mange. Right. What was mange about?
shamar,
Some
man,
apes.
bear, pig, hair fall off. You'll never forget when. And that's where you train when.
Chimpanzee balls.
Chimpanzee balls.
Duck
That
penises.
wasn't it.
Yo, wow, yeah, we were talking about.
Oh,
penis.
the term bad like yaws.
Yes.
That's a
crop
disease,
disease.
right?
Yaws is not. No, isn't it a disease that affects the
Oh,
mouth?
yes,
Yeah.
it's not crop disease. Yes, it's actually
Yes.
like, it affects
Yeah.
children.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
So yaws is a really bad disease that people used to get all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bad like yaws is not a good thing to be saying.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Yaws is pretty fucking bad.
I mean,
wear a culture.
popcorn says shot like a STD.
Party shot like an STD.
Unfortunate.
Y'all them a wink on me.
Corday.
Oh,
Bitches on his dick like a fungi.
because it's a mushroom tip. You know, listen, there are a lot of
That's
unfortunate lyrics out there.
Like that is like I'm glad you said the word. That is, there's no other description for a lyric like that other
There are
than unfortunate.
there are a lot of unfortunate.
It's like
lyrics out
Flex
there.
saying, "Why'd you go with that rhyme?
bro.
Why'd you go with that
Bro,
rhyme?"
Tyler, man, you're so confused.
That's going to be my new pause. Why'd you go with that rhyme?
Why'd you go with that rhyme?
Yo, Biggie has like one of the worst ones.
Bro,
exactly what
like,
I'm
we need
thinking
to
about
talk
too.
about this.
The broomstick.
Nah,
Nah, bro.
where she looks so good.
and suck her daddy's dick. Like,
That's a crazy
hard
line.
pause.
Wait,
Hard pause.
He
Because
wrote-
stop the track.
Dog, he wrote that, spit that in the booth. The engineer.
So like at
Wait.
least 3 men heard that right raw and didn't tell him no.
Did he heard that and was just like,
Dog, how much money was he turning over that nobody in the room went, dog?
Why?
pause.
There were no Jamaican. That's why you need to have Jamaican. He was the only Jamaican and he went too
Brother,
far.
brother,
You need
if
at
Pop-
least 2 Jamaicans on a track,
Popcorn
dog.
did dead, them would have come out of the booth and sit down and swing from the roof. Sit down and swing from the roof upside down. Oh, why?
Like he would lose his fucking mind. You need at least 2 Jamaicans on a track.
Bro, God.
Music producers, get on that right
Listen,
away,
there's
right?
some crazy lyrics out there.
Somebody
but in my
need to check the
opinion,
other
that's
guy.
the crazy.
Like,
No, hold on.
Can she be that
That
bad?
was my question. That was my question. Is there a woman
So what is the line?
in the world that you,
Suck
my friend,
Fathers, like, thank you for bringing this beautiful woman into the world.
Sure, I just need to shake hands with your penis right now.
Dog, crazy.
I hope he didn't.
bro?
It's a kiss the ring, nah, kiss the fucking tip.
No, what is that? Does that exist for any of you in this room?
Nah, brother. That line can never, that
Think about
never
the
will be
hottest girl you
crossed.
ever see in a real life or sex in a real life.
What would you do for them? Would it ever get to that point?
It would never get to that point.
Remember the question I asked you the other day that it mash up your brain?
Yeah.
You what you enjoy? Have to ask Kitson.
Ask him.
Hold on, wait.
So
Sip
that
water.
here's the scenario. There's no alternate route. There's no if what if these are your this is the thing.
Does it have anything to do with fuck batting?
No.
Okay.
Alright. So some Freaky Friday type shit.
See, you see how far you have gone? We're trying to have a nice, evolved podcast.
Nah, this isn't.
and look,
This isn't that. Alright, so some Freaky Friday shit has occurred. Your mom, girlfriend have switched bodies.
Let me out.
no.
The only way to unswitch them
God go with her, no? Because me nah go with her.
is sexual intercourse.
God go with her. Because me nah go with her.
Which do you pick?
So you'd have to have sex with your mom's body but your girlfriend's mind, or your girlfriend's body but your mom's mind.
Shall I go find her next way, no?
Yo, them stuck in a dog.
That
no problem.
That has no answer.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's a Mobius strip. There is no end.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'm sure there are people out there that have reasoned it out, but big up you.
There was a Bible story about, well,
How can you reason that out, my G? What the fuck are you
Alabama.
talking?
all right, you know that Bible
Oh,
story
fair.
about the daughters that did rape the father? Yeah, there's a Bible story about that. Then what have to do with that?
No,
Then
tell.
like,
Do
closer
tell.
to the mic.
Closer to my do tell. I've never heard of that.
Share
Bible
with us
story.
Sunday school.
Sunday school. I've never heard of that
okay,
Bible story.
I'm trying to
It's
remember.
good.
There's like, I'm trying to remember the exact details, but must see him wife dead or something, and them did want breed something, and when them must have drunk him off. When he was fast asleep, them
Do the thing.
do the thing. That was in the Bible.
The Bible is one of the best storybooks, TBH.
While stuff goes on in there,
It
bro.
has magic, it has war, it has rape, murder, consensual sex, cheating,
Some
cutting babies in two.
wow,
Yeah.
really weird how like you
Giants.
connected all of that shit to a rainbow. Sorry, we're taking a hard tangent here. Well, like you said, you know, rap. So, I was reading about Nanjing, because I saw a clip on TikTok of a survivor, and he was talking about what occurred. And dog, people are horrible if left to their own devices.
You know,
and
the
I'm like,
Japanese suck.
but people. You realize my words?
Yeah, no.
If
I
left
mean,
to their
the
own
There is
devices,
no other culture in the world with
That's
an
el-
atrocity
called the rape of a
that
place.
called the rape of something.
Yeah, the rape of Nanjing is the only thing that's ever occurred. Dude,
That's the only rape.
bro.
They
no,
raped a city.
No, they literally raped 1,000 women and children a day.
Yeah.
Killed most of the men. The dude, the survivor who was talking about it, he was a kid at the time.
Yeah.
His mom was breastfeeding his brother to like try to pacify him because his little baby, obviously. Dude just came up and shanked her twice, and obviously she fell to the floor. Baby started crying. The man just skewered it, tossed it to the side, and then went on about his business like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, they really
Dog, people
The
in war
things-
are terrifying.
like Japan, the most successful rebrand
Oh yeah, bruh.
since World War
Bruh.
II.
Bro,
Because the shit
by
that
just
they
denying
did,
it. Build the stuff and deny it.
the shit that
Man
they
says, hey, we
did
got
in World War
money.
II,
All right, cool.
like, I don't think we can talk about some of the things that
Here's
they
one
did,
of the
'cause
craziest.
That's just one thing.
Yeah, no. Here's one of the
Yeah,
craziest
Unit
facts,
731.
right? Bro. The Nazis complained to Hitler.
Yeah, they're
that
like,
they
yo, we
were
don't-
wilding,
we don't
and then
fuck with
they
those
broke,
guys.
and then they broke off a separate unit to go fight the man. If you're wilding so bad in World War II that
that
Nazi
the Nazis
Germany
were
go,
like, we don't fuck with that.
yo,
Like,
you was
actually.
on some shit, my guy.
All right, but you know the joke about that though?
Well,
So after World War II happened, and people now have to pay for their crimes, war or otherwise.
oh, yeah.
When people were yeah. So when people were coming to terms with who did what and facing trial for all of these things, for some reason the US is arbiter for a lot of things. And
World police.
Nukes.
and the only people that really let off the Japanese were the United States,
Because they're making shit for them.
because they were like, hey, it was really because
They
all
took
of the-
over and they
all
made
of the
Japan the
ex-
bitch.
all of the experimentation and the really, really fucked up shit that
They
they were
wanted
doing.
exclusive access.
They were like, okay, if you give us your research, we'll let you off the hook. You can have your rebrand and just don't talk about it. Yeah, United. So you think
Bro,
Japan
guy,
is bad?
You drop
and
two
then the
nukes
US
on a
was
country.
like,
Them niggas going to do what you ask them.
Dog, blame the main on Spain, right? That crazy to me, right? Historical false flag attack. America blew up their own ship and blamed it on Spain to start the war where they took the Philippines and Puerto Rico.
You got to say Philippines.
Philippi.
I mean,
That's like, and
depending on
that's-
who you ask about 9/11,
Jet fuel though burn steel beams, bro.
jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
I'm no scientist, my guy. I'm a chef. I'm sorry, I'm a DJ. I'm a DJ, artist, and events manager. I'm no scientist. I don't know. But, Jamaican people have a saying, if it don't go so, it
Close.
goes near so.
Close to us.
Something in us, something, man.
Something in a something.
I love us.
These
I
niggas
love
weren't
Jamaicans.
to be trusted in the first place.
Yeah. Who really trusts the government, though? Like, if you,
You shouldn't. And that's why I kind of see with some, the vaccines and whatever, and people don't trust that, blah, blah, blah. I get it.
The
I got
environment
a
is
theory.
perfect for government distrust.
Yeah, but I got a theory
get
about the
it.
vaccine. Since you said vaccine just reminded me.
I'm really sorry that I brought this up.
Marketing. Marketing.
I don't think you should market something like that.
Hold on. No, not marketing, but in advertising it, telling people it's out there, PR.
Marketing as a concept.
Yes.
In Jamaica,
Yeah.
shouldn't have called it a vaccine. An immunization. It's the same thing. Everyone gets their kid immunized. That would literally fly under everyone's radar. You'd
That
have
part.
avoided a lot of shit.
That
Yeah.
part. Because everyone has been immunized.
Especially if you want, like, if they were pushing the AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson's there, call it the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the AstraZeneca immunization shot. Watch how much more people would have come to it. I'm not getting no back because
Everybody knows
Words.
Johnson & Johnson. Oh, every girl powder in chest.
and words. So honestly, they could have avoided a lot of problems.
Facts.
In my opinion, with a
Facts.
little bit of PR. I think. People are really suggestible if you think about it, man.
My thing is
Also, if them did invite people to the Jockey Jam, they would line up the door.
the environment is perfect for something like that. Like globally.
Yeah.
Government
100%.
government mistrust is at like the highest it's ever been since like the peasants uprose against the royalty.
It's not because they're doing more; it's because people know more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's and them hiding less
Yo, you
Yeah.
remember polio?
The disease.
that we've mostly eradicated.
I never had it. I don't remember it.
Mostly eradicated.
But in Pakistan, the CIA actually did use vaccine people to trace the DNA to find Bin Laden.
So what they did was they introduced vaccine mandates, or they went on a mission to vaccinate people for polio. What they were really doing, they were looking for Bin Laden.
Yeah. They were collecting blood samples to trace DNA to find his close family members to find out where he lives so they could murk him. Allegedly.
And that's why it's fucked, because when I was trying to convince people to go get the job, I was just like, yo, do you guys remember polio? The answer would be no. And like, yeah, there's a reason for that. Exactly. But again,
Stop listening to anti-vax Karen.
but that argument also kind of falls apart when you look at Pakistan and be like, hey, they lied about that, and that's why we still got polio.
The Rona vaccine kind of fell apart. The argument wise for me, when you took it and still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The messaging
I can
around
see
it.
I can see why people would fight it.
it prevents
Not
serious
saying it makes sense,
sickness.
but I can understand.
And it's such a, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry but I brought this up. Can we just like hard tangents? Like I'm over this. Because I got my 2 shots.
How'd you go from being a chef to DJ?
Living
Good
the
question.
best life.
Good question.
And
So
why
y'all
does he
remember
think all you
Energy?
do is party?
Huh?
Why does he think all you do is party?
Because he
You gotta
only,
answer
he
the
only,
first
he
one
only-
first.
all right. Vibes. Chef to DJ. So in 2018, I met a friend who introduced me to a person who was an artist and DJ. His name is Martin Sess. Log on, Martin. He's Nigerian, and everything that Martin touches turns to gold. He's amazing. When I met him, he was designing clothes. That was his primary thing. So he had this art show not far from where I lived at the time. Still live there. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, not far from where I live, called Black Magic. And my friend was part of that show. So I went, and the after party he was DJing for, and he really introduced me to Afro tech music as a concept. I was like, holy shit, it's the best thing ever. So he also
Is it like Afrobeats?
It does not sound like Afro. More on that later. Anyways, so he threw a party called A Freak Like Me, and
You
that
felt it
was
on brand?
huh?
You felt it was on brand for
It
you?
was pretty. No, the party again. A freak like me, because he's African, and it was a showcase of African electronic music, which was great. That was also how I met my most recent girlfriend. I can call her name. Her name is Sarah Jane Rigler. Hi, and she is also a very, 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 very good Afro house, Afro tech DJ. I remember walking into that party, hearing the music, hearing these thumping beats, and I was just like, "Yo, this is the shit!" And I look over to DJ booth, and there's this white woman there playing. And I was just like, "What the fuck is
What's
going on?
happening here?
What is happening here?"
How many steps into the
I
toilet?
know,
They've
right?
infiltrated.
Yeah, she had studied ethnomusicology and percussion
It's a
in
thing you can study.
yes in Ghana. You can study it here. Yeah. Anyways, so I started getting close to these guys. That was 2018. No, end of 2019, and then the world ended. And in that time when we were at lockdown, I just started. I was bored, so I started this online radio show because remember NNG Radio?
I was gonna say I know I'm one of Kitsen's first fans, and
Yeah, yeah. So I was, so you know we're doing the little thing from virtual DJ back in the day. I think. So I started this next online radio show, and I would basically just get on all my DJ friends, my musicians friends to come and perform, spin some music, chat for cream, the so forth and so forth. And it's really a company you keep kind of thing because eventually it was just like you know what I just bought my little over a year ago actually. I bought my first DJ controller, and it's just like really and truly just to have something to do with my friends because we're always throwing parties, and I was having hella house parties, like house parties, artist showcase. I was doing shit like this on Twitch, shit that if someone called the police on me for, I probably would have been handed out some hefty fines. So this was like the height of the pandemic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
So
you.
fun times.
The good times.
Great
Not
times.
really.
Uh,
Globally.
globally, people were dying. Sorry, but I was having a great time. Yeah, I got out with my girlfriend, and I learned some things. I learned a lot of things. Anyways, so
Totally, he took all your good yang.
I'm sorry, Bob, because I heard about it 2019. That shit, man, 2019 was the greatest year of my entire life.
he has to be young today.
With a yin yang is no fuck. But yeah. So that's I guess that's how I really started doing it again. And I like during the pandemic, I realized that I didn't really want to be a chef anymore because
Don't do that.
it's.
We hear
Oh, I'm
about
sorry.
it.
Yeah, it sucks. Like being a chef kind of sucks. And
You like not having to be in that high pressure environment every
yeah,
day.
I think I was telling you earlier, like if you want to advance as a chef, it has to be your whole life. You can't have hobbies or healthy relationships or downtime. No, you go to work
You
for
work.
12 to 14 hours a day.
Jesus.
You go home, you smoke a cigarette or you look at herb, whatever. You eat a cheese and crackers, you go to bed and you do it again. That
Yeah.
shit isn't cool. And a lot
That
of
was
the
sound
people, a lot
But
of
you
the
like
people,
it in the beginning.
it, yeah, because I mean, there are lots of people that like it. I call them career chefs.
Yes.
There are lots of people that are like that don't really have the propensity for healthy human interactions and relationship. Anyways, a friend of mine calls the restaurant kitchen a collector of lost souls because
Fair.
it is what it is. Where do you go as that? Where do you go if you don't have any real skills or
You go wash
as
plate.
yeah, you know what I mean? That's is
You
that is
wash
the
tape,
one
wash plate
place.
and white table.
Yeah, that's one place where any sort of disenfranchised person can get a job as long as you can follow instructions. You can end up working in the kitchen. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you're
And
around long enough, you pick up a few things.
one of my biggest pet peeves about working in the industry is being a chef. I was one of those career chefs that really, really cared about, putting out a product that is good, that the person on the other end of that will appreciate and that really represents me. And me, a person like that is often surrounded by a bunch of idiots that have no idea what the fuck they're doing and don't really care about what the fuck they're doing. That shit is really frustrating. That is super frustrating. That was one of the main reasons why I needed to leave the industry. But as a whole, the whole culture around it, I mean, it's bad here, but it's way worse. The stakes are much higher in North America. It's really bad. It's really bad. Anyway, so I started to take a step back away from that, and in the pandemic, I went from full time to part time, and then I was just doing like a bunch of shit with media and stuff like that, and I realized which one of those two things that I liked doing more. So okay, the last job that I had as a real restaurant chef, I was working at this one restaurant. I'm here debating whether I should call a name, but I'm not going to because I'm a good person. Uh, anyways, I was working at this restaurant. They promised me a promotion, and they turned their back on it. Them this. So I was just like, you know what, fuck this. And that was the catalyst for me. I was like, I'm never working in a restaurant kitchen ever again. Thank you for this experience. Someone told me that every person that crossed him, he would buy them a drink right now, because that was a lesson, and that really pushed me to actually leave the industry in any serious capacity. So from there, I got a job working as events manager for this really awesome bar. It's called Free Play. Shout out to those guys. Really, really great place. It's a video game arcade, a barcade.
A barcade.
Yeah, it's like
I know those.
It's not just a barcade. It is, first of all, it is the best barcade in Toronto. It's like wall to wall classic arcade games, cheap drinks, good food, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
Shameless self plug.
shameless. I mean, I don't work for them anymore.
Oh,
I don't work for them anymore, but I still, the relationship is still good. They still book me to DJ gigs and all that. So I started throwing my own events there. I started DJing more and more, and I started getting booked for gigs, and it's kind of cool. So here we are.
It's amazing how we ended the podcast, so we should have started the podcast.
who Kitson?
Yeah.
Who I am as a
Yeah.
person. I know.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up on like, who is Kitson?
Yeah.
Kit.
Yeah.
So, are you like Bob, where you run people out to your kitchen? Or if you see somebody in the kitchen, you must go in the kitchen and do the thing?
I used to be bad. I used to be a demon in the kitchen for sure.
Why do they breed you guys this way?
That's the chef world.
You have, like I was saying, you have to be that way.
It's cutthroat.
It is very, and I was telling you about this TV show. It's on Disney Plus. It's called The Bear. Do we get Hulu in this country?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, VPN. Yeah. I mean, you get Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes with the internet now.
Yeah, vibes. Yeah. So watch The Bear. I describe it as a spiritual successor to Shameless, because it's the same. The actor that plays Lip is the star of, the way I describe it is, imagine if Lip, left Chicago to become a Michelin star chef, and he comes back to his hometown to save his late brother's failing restaurant. It is the most accurate, like traumatizingly accurate depiction of what restaurant chef life is like. And I implore anyone that if you're not a chef, but there are lots of people that say, oh yeah, I love food, I love cooking, I would love to be a chef or whatever have you. If you've ever said that, watch The Bear. Watch The Bear, and you will change your mind immediately.
It's not an easy road.
It's not an easy road, and there are so many moments. In fact, co-producer of that show is Matty Matheson, a Canadian chef. So it is very accurate, super accurate. There are a couple moments in time, because I was watching it with my friend who's also a chef, and because we do these things to torture ourselves. There are multiple times where some shit would happen, and I just had to pause, hyperventilate, and be like, yo, I need a break. Like, it's so real.
Y'all sound like you got that PTSD.
Bro. Like, honest to God, there was an article that I read about it, and a lot of chefs were saying the same. It was like, oh yeah, maybe I actually do have PTSD. Like, damn. It's fucked. It's fucked. It's bad. Watch it. It's a great show.
Yeah. Chef life in Jamaica, not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, because we don't have Michelin star restaurants.
Yeah, we just have high volume hotels.
Yeah. I mean,
they cook a lot of the same thing.
Man.
Remember banqueting?
Yo, the hotels are much nicer than the restaurants in Kingston.
Yeah, they're not much.
The hotels are country, like,
for tourism.
Yeah, the restaurants in Kingston are. I was saying earlier that I'm trying really hard to not slander my.
So what you
trying
said?
real hard to not slander what would have been my peers in the industry. It's just that I feel like in this, one thing that I do understand is that access to ingredients and certain things is lacking because of
The price.
yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica, we all know, you know, importing things and then keeping those things at a reasonable price that
Not
Jamaican
where-
people, and you know, Jamaican people used to box of food we can't lock for $500 or less.
Long
As
gone
it
are
should
those
be.
days.
I know, bro. This has been 3 years since I've been to this country. What
long
happened?
gone are
I
those
know
days,
COVID
dog.
fucked the thing up, but
Everything
bro,
expensive now, dog. A box food, a nice box food.
Just
a
left a
grand.
thing to do before you leave.
yo, big up Scotty with him. What a grand can do. Yeah, I plan to. Yeah.
Bruh, listen,
Brother, $1,000 is maybe
Five grand and the new
3
grand.
patties and change.
yeah, dog. The other day they
It's
buy
$260.
kids. The other day they go buy a cheese patty, cocoa bread, and orange juice. I gave her 5 bills, and she said $50 more, and I did stop and go, what?
Fifth lot more.
I stopped and said, wait, what? Caught in my headphones. I was watching something. I was like, wait, what? 5 bills can't buy a patty and cocoa bread. It is dark
Bro,
in these streets.
Patties
You know-
are luxury food. What do you mean?
Yeah, especially
bro, the
That's
past,
7
patty.
bills for a big corned beef, you know?
bro,
Alright.
I knew that things did get bad over the pandemic. I know it's been 3 years since I've been to the country.
suffer.
I know that. Price gone up, things rough. Horse dead, cow fat.
That's
But
like
you
when
know-
you left here a couple of years ago, gas about bills 20.
Bro, God, you know the part that really boxed
He doesn't
across
drive,
my face?
so he's just...
Yeah,
Oh
my
yeah,
box. my
gas
box.
the way up at two
Yeah,
250.
I've seen it. I saw it. I didn't notice. But you know what really boxed me across the face? When I go one rum bar.
And on the rum.
No, if
No, I don't even get there yet. I asked for a red stripe. Give the dog a $5.
Don't get back nothing.
And I don't get back no change.
Of course.
Man, I look on the door and say, what? Man say, yeah man, 5 bills for the red stripe.
Yeah. At a bar and or party.
then-
Best decisions I ever made,
And
bro.
then Friday gone. I link up with Stabby and Naja and them for go I Love Soca. And them make me know say rum shot at Jamaica,
Yeah.
bro.
It's been hard. It's been hard. It's been hard.
White rum. Let me tell you why that hurts me the most, right? White rum is really fucking expensive in Canada. It makes no sense. A 750 a 750 bottle of white rum, what you could have before.
It's because of the alcohol tax. Yeah.
Yeah. But like before, when I left Jamaica, you could have get one of them that for grand and change. Bro, it sell for I think like $50 or something like that.
For 755 grand for 750, Martin.
That's excessive.
A 750 would be like...
when I drank a 750 it was like just shy of 2 grand.
Bro.
Nice.
Honestly, I think it might be closer to 60.
Hey, $8,000
Okay.
for the parish bottle of white rum in a dog.
Because they have a bottle that's small, slightly smaller than 750 that you can get for 40, and then the 750 is like 60, and then the 1 liter is like 7, something like that. Don't quote me on these numbers, but some exorbitant numbers like that.
I drink beer, so I'm okay.
So
Water.
imagine me coming to Jamaica and thinking, yeah man,
A grand I go buy a rum.
life's sweet. I have arrived at the land of wood, water, and white rum.
And
To
there's-
find out say rum shot.
And therefore expensive.
Dog, I flew into Mobay Airport, and you know how them have the duty free right before the exit.
Ghetto,
So,
yeah.
and I remember I immediately had a flashback of me walking past that, looking at that, seeing all of these, like it's stock, fully stock, white rum of every color of the rainbow rum did it, and I thought to myself, maybe I should pick up. Nah, I'm in Jamaica.
No, you're fucked.
I can't go to the gas station at 3 o'clock in the morning
And buy a rum.
and buy my rum.
You could have.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Before young Miss Corona came about.
Before kids and dead in here. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the podcast.
Wait. Just to close.
Close. Go ahead.
So Yeah, we got I Love Soca,
Oh, yeah.
Soca Plus, yeah, dog. So we look at white rum and thing, bro. I'm drunk, you fucking dog. One thing, dog.
White rum won't fail you.
White rum.
White rum won't.
White rum,
White
won't ever
rum
fail
is
you.
the right rum.
White rum
always.
is.
Always. It
I
won't ever fail you.
was in such trauma over hearing that rum shot. I drank as much of it as I could.
So I never know when I'm gonna get this back.
I remember leaving the party, right?
And then
I remember
waking
getting to the party. Everything in between that.
Nothing.
up. Nathan.
The next day, you know, the videos come to the group chats and on Instagram and all that.
What did you do?
You don't know.
I don't.
I forget you don't know him.
Bro, I mean, there wasn't anything in the. I'm past my wildest days. I think.
David is.
I wasn't there.
He's enthusiastic.
Anyways, man, I was a veteran. I am a veteran. But
Veteran.
yeah, but so to anyone that's because I saw some videos of me I danced with and I go along with some woman and thing, some good woman too, some good ass, big up in themselves. I don't remember any of that, so if I flop myself, I apologize.
It wasn't me. It was drunk David.
Thank you. It was drunk David. So yeah, I think we can end on that note.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the podcast. Bob,
Alright.
closing words?
This was my podcast. Thanks for listening.
Get some closing words.
If anyone in Toronto is listening to this, I will be back in Toronto for the October 6th staging of that same party I was talking about, A Freak Like Me, guest DJ.
I apologize for all the excessive beats you guys are gonna hear. Dropping bombs on your moms.
Don't know why I'm beeping me.